Hi, my name's Paul. Welcome to my board game review channel, the Board Game Nut, and I am of course the Board Game Nut. I'm going to be having a look today at Star Realms, which is a two-player deck building game. If you're new to my channel or just having a look at this video for the first time, I'm just going to do a quick 5-10 minute review of the game. So it's not a rules breakdown. I'm not going to show you all the cards. I mean, there's quite a lot of cards in this game actually. There's tons of them. I'm not going to tell you what every card does or show you all the pictures. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game. So yeah, if you're new to deck builders as well, quick insight about that, I guess, is a deck builder game, unlike a collectible card game or a living card game, the LCGs, is instead of just bringing the deck to the game and playing with that, a deck builder is you make your deck as you go through the game. So everybody starts with the same sort of starting hand. In this case, it would be a couple of Vipers, which are these, which are going to give you attack, and then the Scouts, which are going to give you money. Use the money to buy cards from a trade row, and you build your deck as you're playing the game. Most deck builders follow that format, and that's what makes it a deck builder. So games like Dominion, Thunderstone, Arctic Scavengers, Rune Age, there's other deck building games out there, but this is one of my favourite at the moment, Star Realms. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game. One of the things that I really like about the game is that it's a two-player head-to-head combat game. So as you're playing the game, you're just literally attacking each other. So it's kind of got all that Magic the Gathering feel of head-to-head combat. A lot of deck builders don't have that. You know, Thunderstone, which is my favourite, you know, it feels like a solo quest. As I'm going through the game, I kind of, you know, Thunderstone, you're like, oh, I'll do my turn, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to kill this monster, or I'm going to do this village action. And the next person does the same, you're looking, oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? And oh, it's my turn again, right, I'm going to do this. And each player's turn doesn't really affect anyone. Whereas in Star Realms, you feel really engaged, you're kind of watching the other person because they're attacking you on their turn. So yeah, it just kind of like keeps you engaged. I really like that about this game. I've also got the expansions in here, so that's why this deck is quite big. I've got all the expansions, the Crisis expansions. So I'll probably give you a quick overview of them as well, I guess, while I'm at it. So one of the expansions, I think it's called the Leaders, come with all these different pilot cards, or hero cards. So you've got like a Blob Overlord here. It's got a scrap ability, so if I scrap a card, some of the cards have scrap abilities are removed from the game. They give you a one-off ability. What I like about the Leaders is they also is giving you a one-off ability when you scrap them. They trigger the ally ability of the other cards, and they're quite cheap to get into your deck. You know, only 1 or 2 points. In fact, they don't go to your deck; they come into play and they stay there. Also got the event deck here, so I've got some event cards. Normally they affect both players the same. Some of them don't. Some of them affect other players in different ways. You know, so if it's your turn, it will tell you to do this, and then the person whose turn it isn't, they'll affect them in a different way. So these are the event cards. I quite like these. And then we've got the Gambit expansion, which is my favourite out of the expansions. And these normally give you there's a couple in it that give you special abilities throughout the game. So you've got like the Frontier Fleet or the Energy Shield. One's going to give you +1 combat. One's going to give you a shield which negates 1 damage to you each turn. Bit stupid when one person ends up with the Frontier Fleet, one person ends up with the Energy Shield. They kind of cancel each other out. Some of the other Gambit cards, like this one, I can scrap it. I'll get 8 health and I draw a card. There's quite a few of them in there. They're quite good. They've got different borders on them, right on the front and the back of the cards. So they don't get mixed in with your main cards. So yeah, you know, Star Realms, you know, it's 4 different factions in the game. You've got the Blob faction, you've got the Trade Federation faction, you've got the Star Empire, and you've got the Machine Cult. And they're blue, green, red and yellow. So what I really like about this game is the way that it combos up on your turn. So you have all these different ally abilities. Let me just grab a couple of cards. So if I had the trade bod, the trade pod in play, it's going to give me free money. If I had another card in play like this other trade pod, it's going to give me free money, and because I've got 2 green cards in play, they trigger each other's ally abilities, so I'd get 4 combat from that. You know, and they're sort of similar, you know, like if I had the command ship, you know, it's quite a good ship. It's a really good ship, this one. It gives you 4 health, 5 combat, draw 2 cards. If I had another blue card in play, you know, like the cutter or something, these 2 in play, I'm going to get to trigger the ally abilities of those cards as well. So it feels quite nice, it combos up quite cool. I quite like that about the game. Normally when I'm playing the game, you don't just buy all the cards. I kind of go for a little strategy. So I try and pick 2 main factions I'm going to have in my deck. Might be blue and yellow, and then a little splash of red, and I try and avoid one faction. But you have to look at the trade row, you have to see what's coming up. Yeah, it's really cool, fun little 2-player deck builder game, and it can be played 4-player if you buy another starter pack. I've not tried it in that format before. I only own one pack, the one starter pack and all the expansions. I'm probably going to buy a second starter pack just so I can see what it plays like 4-player. There's a couple of different formats, so you've got like 2-headed dragon, or in this case 2-headed starbase, so that's 2v2. You can have free-for-all where you attack anyone. You can have the option where you attack the person to your left. There's different variations. You've also got in one of the expansions, or 2 of the expansions, came with these scenario cards, so I can play this solo now, which is quite nice. Or you can play it 2 people versus the scenario, which is cool. Again, nice little different way of playing it. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. One of the things I didn't like about the game were these cards here. These are your health cards. So they're numbered 20, 10, they're double-sided, 10 or 20 or 1 or 5. Found them quite fiddly. Easily replaced. Got some D10s here. So I've got like the 10s and then the singles. Once I got all the expansions, of course it didn't fit in this box, but everything fits in these 2 little deck boxes. Pick them up for a couple of quid, you know what I mean? So that's my Star Realms in this box. If you look, they're black with little white sort of silvery specks like space. Quite like that. So yeah, Star Realms, not much to not like about the game really. It's really cool. Game's playing about 10-15 minutes. It's definitely one of my favourite 2-player go-to games at the moment. So if you've not seen it before, seen much about it, I hope I've given you a little bit of insight to the game. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So yeah, that's Star Realms by Wizards of the... No. Ooh, it's White Wizard Games. Star Realms. Check it out. Thanks for your time. Bye.